From the sleek and gorgeous to the downright wacky, we'll cover them all here on Concept Cars. Plus, we'll meet most of the world's top car designers to find out what goes on inside their creative heads. Let's start by asking for their own definition of what a concept car actually is.
A concept car is a means to an end. It's trying to get somewhere, and getting somewhere is to that real entity, and that real entity has to be a product that works and sells and people enjoy.
Well, it's a nice two words that give me two sentences: concept, car. So concept means there has to be an idea behind it, and it should be an idea which is big enough to bite into, to give you really a larger picture of stimulation, and not just here's a pretty corner. And car, so first of all, there's that basis. And second, it's car, not an automobile. Automobiles are self-moving, elevators are automobile, right? Cars are emotional. Someone once told me, an automobile is what I use, a car is what I am.
I think a concept car really has to show people what you intend to do for the future. You know, it has to a degree, be a test of how people's perception would be of a vehicle of that kind. You know, and it really wants to give people the confidence that the company knows where it's going, you know, and that its products have an identity and a direction. You know, if it's just decoration, then I hate all that. I don't do it.
You work hard with all the people involved in the project because the constraints are different with a production car to a concept car. You work hard with all those people. You make sure that inevitably there are changes which are made. There have to be changes that are made. But you make sure that all those changes go in the right direction.
I think it gives the public and the press alike a preview of what's in store for them in the future from that particular company. We like to think of it as we want to take our clients with us. They're driving today the Ibiza, the Toledo, the Leon. We want to give them a glimpse of the future so they stay with us. So we keep that client, and they say, oh right, I'll wait another 2 years and I'll buy that concept car when it comes out on the street. That's the aim, I think, at the end of the day.
We look at ourselves in car design now as product designers, and you can have great fun nowadays. Product design means basically a designer, he doesn't just think about a great shape, he thinks about what it would look like in production. It's a very complex job nowadays. It is fun, it still is fun, but there's a lot more to it. You know, designers have to be engineers in their minds, they have to be marketing in terms of talent. So, you know, it's a lot more complex to be a designer than it used to be, but it still is great fun.
It's not a painting, we're not producing a one-off. And some people do see concept cars as just a one-off painting. I'm going to do this to shock you. Okay, fine, you shock me. Tomorrow it's chip wrapper paper.
I heard a very nice quote, maybe I can give it to you. I wish I said it. I can't tell you who it's from, but it's beautiful. It was, if you look for truth, you find beauty. If you look for beauty, you find vanity. And I think BMW should always be a search for truth, because then you find that beauty that really lasts.
I hate to say that it's a gradual process. You don't turn up one day at work as a car designer with your markers in one hand and sweeps in the other and say, right, give me a car to design, and then you design it. You start off on the door handles, and I did on the Chrysler Horizon. I did the ends of the bumpers and the grille. And I was so proud because, yes, that made it through to production, but it takes some time before you actually do a whole car.
It's absolutely brilliant because you can just free your mind, just see what can you do for the future, what is new, nobody has ever done before. So that was a main ambition for me, my whole main task for designing Yanya, basically.
Our job is to see into the future, which we can't expect the customers to do because they're not trained and experienced as car designers. So we have to pick up more of a feeling from them than kind of design direction.
You know, cars, what they are to you, are they something you buy? Are they something you lease? Is they something that is the same thing tomorrow as it was yesterday? What's the personality in a car? How dynamic can a car be? Etc. These are questions which up until now we've answered only by changing the whole vehicle configuration. I'm a convertible, okay, get rid of that. Now I'm a minivan, okay, we'll get rid of that, etc. That a car can maybe be dynamic enough to be more things to more people. Now this is interesting. And that's only going to happen if we understand how cars are made. And when that change comes, we can begin to rethink that, then the whole relationship that we have with cars will change.
There is a possible scenario where driving is so constrained and restricted in terms of the business of motoring along that if we still want to be in business as car manufacturers, we have to imagine that people will get different pleasures out of using the car. It will have a totally different functionality. It'll drive along on four wheels and have some motor power. We probably will make very few driving decisions. So we've got to have an opportunity to make all kinds of other decisions that makes it still fun to own one.